Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, March 4th. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. First and foremost, I know some people have been saying the volume has been low on these videos. I am attempting to figure out what the issue is, so bear with me and just turn your speakers up as high as they go. I don't know. Nothing's been different. I've tried a couple of different things, so I'm not sure what the issue is, but we're working on it. Number two, I will not be here tomorrow. I'm having some oral surgery done. I will not be here, so there'll be no morning video. I won't be trading tomorrow. I will do a recap of tomorrow and the entire week, which has turned out to be another very interesting week over the weekend. The sellers finally took control today. I was a little dismayed by what they did in C, D, E, and F until it finally turned back to what I expected. Obviously, Jay Powell didn't calm anybody's fears about inflation with his little speech and Q&A session. You do have the job number tomorrow, and we do have the Fed later this month. The Russell, let's start with them. They were the weakest today. They go out with a double distribution day like we did in ES and SPY, so treat that as two separate trading days tomorrow if you trade the righty and or the IWM. Triple Qs got to a very, very visual level, which I spoke about. I said we get below 305, you're going to see 298 to around the 300 level. Well, the low is 300 on the nose. Some very visual levels today that they got to. 300 for them. Tesla traded at 600 on the nose. There was a big battle in Amazon back below and above 3,000. They settled just below it. Google above 2,000, and let's see, Apple right above 120. So hanging around some very visual levels. As far as SPY and ES, we go out with a double distribution day. I am in 15 tick increments. Let me put this, it would help if I went back to SPY. So there's no, by the way, this is triple Qs. Afternoon rally high in K. They do not have a trend day. We have a trend day, double distribution, one set of singles, and a beautiful afternoon rally high, which worked out beautifully. As we said, we were looking for that, and then they pulled back $3 off of it. Took one short MES trade at that point. I had a great day trading my options. I went to the MES, took a small trade in that. But we nailed that one as far as calling it. So, what did I do today? We did a lot. I have to get to it. So, A period. A period opened and absolutely shot straight up. And I took a short. I said, all this is an inventory adjustment. Took the 385 puts, which paid me very nicely when it pulled back because I got it basically at a very good level. Then, when A came back, I actually took a long. Now, again, I'm in 15 tick increments. I took a long against, remember, we had a price probe from yesterday. We gapped lower. It lasted a second. I actually took a quick short against K's low, got out of that for scratch, and then took a bigger trade against M's high and the inventory adjustment, which worked out very nicely. Then when we pulled back, I took a small long against K's low and the overnight high. Lost small on that. Certainly didn't give back anything close to what I made on the short in A. Then B period. B period, we got below the opening, couldn't get above it, took out A's low, started just absolutely shorting and scalping shorts with the 383 puts. Did it at least 3 times and did very well on those. D period. Now here's where things kind of confuse me a little bit. We stopped the one-time framing down. I don't have a problem with that. Short started covering in C, and then market started getting long. And I told the room, I said, I'd be kind of surprised if we took out the day's initial balance before Powell started speaking. Well, they did. But I shorted D, made money against A's high. I didn't stay married to any of them. 385 puts. I did it again in E period. I said, I don't expect single prints. 385 puts worked out. I did not do it in F, because Powell started speaking. I was like, I was a little surprised. And then what happened? He started speaking. Things started going south fairly quick, especially when his Q&A started. I did nothing in F, but when G opened, I was like, well, I'm going to now short against basically the opening. And I did with 380 puts. And I was like, I think they're going to go fill the gap. We took out B's low, wrote it down, filled the gap. H period started. We had single print, so I started shorting again with 379 puts. Now, here's probably the most daring trade of the day, and probably I made awesome on it, and I didn't even hold it that long. So I was doing nothing but scalping shorts. I did nothing in H. I'm sorry, no, I did. I shorted H. I did nothing in I period. I watched it free fall. When, was that J or I? Just give me 1 second. No, it was I period. So when I came down and tested right above the, was it I or J? Actually, I think it was J. I apologize. It was J. So J came back down. Again, I'm not sure if it was I or J, but I bought 100 of the 370 calls against the monthly low not being taken out. I bought the 370s, and they immediately went up. I made just under 4,000 on those when it ripped up. Obviously, it went up a lot higher. But at that point, I was like, well, first time against the monthly low, I don't mind taking that. It had to be I period. I wrote J, but it had to be I. I said, the first time there, I don't mind taking that trade. When J came back down, I could have taken it again. I was like, nah, maybe they'll take it out. Because remember, we stopped the one-time framing up in the monthly in the triple Qs. But we held it in SPY. And then when J went back up, I took a short against the one-time framing down, 376 puts. That worked out. And then I took an MES short in K, which worked out as we came back in. Didn't do anything else in L or M. Turned out to be a really nice day and a good week, because I'm not trading tomorrow. I don't think I'll be in any shape to trade tomorrow. If it wasn't for the job number coming out, I would say there's a very good chance for an inside day with this kind of range. But I can't say that certainly with any certainty, So let's go over destinations, which are really far and wide apart. Upside, we have K and L's high of 377.49. That's our afternoon rally high. Then we have our single prints that start at 377.92. H's high get filled at B's low at 378.58. And we have today's high of 384. Yeah, we did trade that high. We had just over a $12 range. Now, above 384, I'll give you one more number. 385.83 afternoon rally high from yesterday. For the downside, we don't have anything, so they have us closing at 376.70. My first downside destination is today's low, 371.88. So almost $5 lower. So you're going to talk about chop inside of this range tomorrow? Forget about it. That's a Brooklyn saying. Then we have 371.42, monthly low. And then we have 368.27, weekly low. 368.05, daily low. 364.82, monthly low. So if we ever take out that monthly low and get acceptance below, well, we can easily get to that other monthly low. Keep that in mind. And then on the charts, I'm going to show you, I'll show you a couple of them since I'm not going to be here for the morning, and show you what kind of damage has been done. So first, let's do SPY really quickly. Monthly is still intact. It's one-time framing up. It's an inside month right now, but it's one-time framing up still for 4 months. Weekly, down. One-time framing down, 2 weeks. The next destination is this low I've been talking about, 368. So still, 365, 370 is still on my radar until we stop the one-time framing down in the weekly. And then the daily came out of a 9-day balance to the downside. Yeah, we bounced. Look at this wick. but we're below the 50-day. This is the first close below the 50-day moving average. I told the room this since, give me a second. Here it is. November 3rd. Today's March 3rd. So 4 months it took to get a close below the 50-day moving average. Okay? Now, let's look at triple Qs.
I'm on it. I didn't get that.
No,
Try
sorry.
tapping.
Sorry, Siri. I don't know what she thought I said. Okay, monthly. Sorry about that. Monthly in the triple Qs is in balance now. We stopped the one time, right? Markets don't go bull bear. So triple Qs didn't go bear. They went balance. Their balance right now is December's low of 298.09 and the all-time high. That's balance. If they don't hold that balance, eventually, if we get accepted into the month of September, then you start looking for some dramatic changes and look for the 260 level. That's if you get acceptance into it. We didn't even trade there yet. Weekly is down, right? We went balance, bull, balance, bear on the weekly. And daily is also, I'm assuming, down. Yes, it is. Daily came out of balance to the downside. And then on the IWM, and I'll recap this all over the weekend again after tomorrow to see what the job number does to these charts. Russell is still up, one time framing up. 5 months, not including this month. Weekly, balance, right? They went bull, balance. I'm sorry. They went balance, bull. Now we're back in balance. Well, actually, you can call the weekly down. Weekly, you can call that, I'm sorry, the previous week. We went balance there. Now we're down. The weekly is down. I apologize. And the target is that 205.76 level. We trade as low as 309.43. So we'll see if we get there. And then on the daily, down. And they got below their 50, but closed above it. Let me see triple Qs. I'm assuming that they, where are they on their 50-day moving average? Oh, they're way below their 50-day moving average. I apologize. 320.48. So a lot of damage has been done in the triple Qs, right? That out of the longer time frames, the most damage has been done in the triple Qs. Volume today, 179 million already with 4 hours of overnight to happen. So was there long-term selling? Let's go back here. I know it's long, but I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so you might as well enjoy this. Was there long-term selling today? Absolutely. 180 million. We have a double distribution day. Now, what's impressive is the way the buyers defended last month's low. But I'm sure there was long-term selling in here. Did they dictate the market? Maybe not, but they were in here. So now we're going to see tomorrow. If we take out today's high and go back into balance on the daily, well, then maybe that's all they wanted to do. But if we have an inside day, and then coming out of an inside day to the downside on Monday, guess what? We take out that monthly low, you're going to see more volume than we did today, and probably some bigger players getting out. I hope you had a good day trading. Have a great night. Good luck trading tomorrow. We kept the room out of trouble. Our room had, from what I understand from most of the traders in my room, and they're very honest with me, when they do bad or good, the room did really well today, and that's based on their input, me keeping them out of trouble, and getting involved in very, very visual levels. Have a great weekend. If I don't speak to you tomorrow, I will be doing the video recap of the entire week over the weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.